Hey, it's Mara from MatterHackers, and this is your MatterHackers Minute. We're here at the MatterHackers 3D printed costumes meetup. It is the day after Halloween. It is November 1st, and I am here with amazing judges. We had a costume contest. Not all 3D printed, but like the best ones were 3D printed. Had some pretty cool costumes out there, right?
Yeah.
We had both youth and adults as well. We had some kids show up with some incredible costumes.
We had some really high...
Kind of hard to judge.
It was. High quality costumes, some really clever costumes too.
Sometimes clever beats quality.
Yeah.
So who won?
We all did because we all got tacos.
Yeah,
that's right.
Everyone wins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone
Who
wins.
won? Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got the tacos.
But the Bop It was really good. the human Bop It was super clever, yes.
Yep, we got Devin from Make Anything on YouTube.
It was only
our
slightly
winner.
creepy, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And in the kids category, the short trooper got it, though I was lobbying really hard for the conjoined mummy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was awesome, inventive, inspiration.
And those kids were wearing it all night.
Two youngsters tied together with paper towels
Or toilet
toilet paper
paper
or whatever all night long.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 hours.
Do you know they were actual twins?
Are they really?
Great.
Yep.
But they're not really
not
conjoined.
No.
Yeah.
No, that was gauze.
Sorry.
And, you know, a dream.
But they were
frame.
committed.
Yeah.
And they didn't seem to be complaining too much about it. I know if I was attached to my twin brother like that for any length of time, I'd be pretty upset. Very, very cool, inspiring.
It's great.
Yeah, well, it's been fun. So what else? What brought you guys out here for the MatterHackers meetup?
Tacos. Yeah.
We were promised tacos and beer. We got tacos
Pretty much all
and
the
beer.
tacos.
Yep, tacos and beer.
Tacos is good. World Series was happening
What's
as we
that?
were. Okay, great. Wrong audience.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
We did show a projection of the World Series for those who could watch it. It was very
You did
difficult
make
to
it
watch.
sports accessible for those who wanted to access sports.
Yeah, yeah, but mostly we're here about 3D printed costumes.
Yes.
Right, and so
Just
you were
costume
here for,
costumes.
Yeah, and we celebrate all forms of making.
What's 3D printed on your costume?
These?
Oh.
This is actually the
Touche.
only thing that I've ever designed and 3D printed all by myself.
What did you design them in?
I designed them in Tinkercad, and I am dressed as a character from the movie True Romance, and I don't really care that nobody got it because I made these. I made them by myself.
They are
very
legit.
proud.
They are
Yeah,
legit.
thank you. It's the only thing I've ever done, so it's like the one time I've ever gotten to wear it. But so Bill Doran from Punish Props,
Yes.
you are actually in town for BlizzCon.
Yeah.
So what's happening at BlizzCon this weekend?
We made a robot, Probius.
Yeah,
when I
you
say
did.
we, my wife and I. Brittany did a lot of the body work on it. I did the frame and lights and stuff, and I put an RC car in it so we could drive around. So look for videos and pictures of that on the internet.
It's pretty freaking awesome.
It is
It's
insane.
I'm a little
Seriously
jealous. I
awesome.
kind of want to drive it around, but I don't want to because I don't want to wreck it before
Yeah,
BlizzCon.
right before.
So I
After
will not
BlizzCon.
ask you to drive it.
After BlizzCon,
Yeah.
you can drive it all you want.
The best part is it's the RC car, but then it floats around at near body level. So it's not like this thing on the ground. It's right in your face, just floating around.
And it's really got that
so good.
Wall-E sort of quality where it's got like this big eyeball that's just looking at you, but it's looking at you with kindness. Unless somebody like got the magnets weird, then it's looking at you kind of crooked and scary.
Drunk. Tacos and beer.
Tacos and beer, yeah.
It's been some tacos and beer tonight.
But there was 3D printed parts in that. It's all the mechanical stuff on the inside. So
Oh, cool.
non-cosmetic stuff.
Yeah.
Very functional.
You were saying that you were printing that stuff in nylon.
Nylon, yeah.
Yeah.
Super strong, bulletproof. Awesome.
Oh, interesting.
What'd you print it on?
I 3D modeled it all in Fusion 360, and I printed it on the Ultimaker with Ultimaker nylon using Cura at 0.2 millimeter layer height.
Well
I'm
done.
getting better at this, Joel.
You're doing really well.
This is how you need to
I have to
identify
remember
things.
all this stuff.
But what temperatures?
We don't need to go through that.
All right.
Whatever the temperature, when you go to Cura and you select nylon from the drop-down list, whatever that does. That's what it worked. Hey, it worked. Joel would know.
Probably 245.
Very good.
And
Good
Frank
guess.
Ippolito from Thingergy and
Thingergy.
Tested. What's
Yep.
happening with you these days?
These
Since we have you here.
days. We've been doing a lot of stuff for Blizzard lately, and I cannot talk about any of it yet.
Till
But we'll see
Friday.
it at BlizzCon.
No, because the stuff that we're doing is not out on BlizzCon yet.
Oh.
Let's see. What else? Well, if you're at BlizzCon, you might see our Murlocs there again. We made Murlocs last year for Hearthstone, and they might be there again. So look out for them.
Have folks been watching the Orville?
Orville, yeah. Have you seen Orville?
I was watching it.
The Orville
was great.
We made a lot of stuff for the Orville, and a lot of that is 3D printed and then molded and cast. But our originals were
in every single scene.
Every single scene. The crew badges.
No way! The crew badges were
Those are the shoulder emblems with their rank.
I remember seeing those.
And there's a whole bunch of other parts like spacesuits and other things that we've made. But specifically, the crew badges and the shoulders, we modeled those at my shop, and we printed them, and then we molded and casted. And all those things are intrinsically casted, so there's no paint on them at all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that speeds things up, doesn't it?
There's nothing speedy about it. It's for when they're on set. If it gets scuffed or anything, like there's never any paint touch-ups. Like they're pretty much indestructible.
Oh, I see. Okay.
We kind of went a long way around just so that on set they're easier to deal with. Where it might have been easier to paint or do. It's just we wanted it to be as bulletproof on set as possible.
Makes sense.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Joel Telling, 3D printed nerd. What's 3D printing
nerd?
nerd?
What have you made for a TV show lately?
How about for major video game companies? Huh?
Or how big is your printer?
I'm gonna leave.
Aww. What's up, Joel? What's happening?
You can come use my big 3DP printer anytime you want.
This is legit recorded. So
recorded.
Okay.
Joel can come use the 3DP, 3D platform,
I'm gonna use the
meter by half meter.
Printer.
We call it the Russian disco.
If it's on YouTube, it's real. So.
Yeah, it's the Russian disco.
That's fine. Okay, I will come down and print things in your shop.
On the Russian disco.
On the Russian disco.
Awesome.
Besides that, just hanging out.
You made a Master Sword?
I did. I was able to 3D print the Master Sword from Legend of Zelda, and I used the Morstruder, which meant print time was 17 hours instead of 115.
That's awesome.
So you do get to see the layer lines.
What are you stopping after lunch?
No, it's a lot of parts. 0.2 layers, 2 perimeters, 4 top layers, 3 bottom layers. It takes a lot.
What was the temperature?
Yeah, well, it was PET, so it's 235, 240. It's all right. I think it's 40C on the build plate on the Zortrax M300, but I had a problem with it, and so I moved over to the Taz 6 with the Morstruder, because then I was able to do anywhere between 0.6 and 1.2 millimeter layer heights.
I like our Taz 6.
Did you get a Morstruder on it yet?
What's that?
Imagine being able to spit out a bead of filament that can go 1.2 millimeters tall and it's 1.2 millimeters wide.
Interesting.
So you can cut print times in fractions.
Is that also cut resolution?
It does.
Yeah.
But
it's good for functional parts, and it's also good for super strong parts.
Hey, Taz people, give me one of them so I can play. No, I don't have one of those things.
It'd be great. So you can prototype stuff a lot faster because you're spitting out more plastic. And once you verify it's great, then you can actually set it aside on a machine with a smaller layer height.
Well, the problem with what I do is a lot of times the things that we have to print for like big clients or for TV, it's more about time savings versus money or being able to, like, I just need to like run it as fast as I can, get it out, get it done.
Right.
Like, it's about speed.
It would be great. The problem with running larger layer heights is that you reduce the vertical resolution, so there's a lot more fill-in with Bondo or epoxies or whatever, and it's larger beads of plastic, and if you're running PLA through that, it's going to be a lot harder to sand. But at the same time, you have a 3D form in real space, and so if you can Bondo that up real quick, put a little coat of sand on it, maybe...
I might have to try it.
If you've cut your print time by... it's 10% of what it would be, but you still have to, you have a little bit more sanding and a little bit more finish work, you still in the end save a bunch of time.
So it's gone from 5 days of printing to 4 days of printing.
No, 5 days of printing to 1 day of printing, and then a half an extra day of finish work.
Oh, all right.
You should watch these guys' channels. They have good tips.
Where can I find these channels?
I'm going to put those links down in the description for you, Frank Ippolito. They are. Well, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for the tacos.
Thanks for the beer and tacos.
So much
You're
for the
very
tacos.
welcome.
And
Thank
beer.
you, Ultimaker, for the tacos, and thank you
Ultimaker.
everybody who came to the MatterHackers Meetup. We'll see you again next Meetup. I'm Mara, and this has been your MatterHackers 15 minutes or so. Go be awesome.
High five.
Thank you for watching. If you liked that, subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with all the latest videos. And don't forget, go to MatterHackers.com to shop for everything 3D printing.